Hello student, welcome back to my channel. So today we will discuss here about the next topic of chapter electric charges and field. The topic which I will discuss in front of you is electric field due to a point charge. Means here we will calculate the electric field intensity at any point due to a point charge. So for that I will draw one small diagram and after that I will prove it. So before it I will write the heading electric field intensity at any point due to a point charge. This point charge is also known as source charge, but here in derivation we will use the term point charge. So here what we have in this derivation, we can draw the picture of this derivation in different manner. So here if you want to represent this diagram in this way, means xyz plane if you want to show, so you can see here in xy plane if you want to show. So you can see here this is our origin, and from our distance of origin we have a test charge q naught, and at origin I placed a source charge plus q. Got it? And the distance of these two charges r, but here the position vector term, in term of position vector I will show this OA vector as equal to r vector. Got it? So here in this condition what I will do, we will calculate the electrostatic force between these two charges so that we can easily calculate the electric field intensity due to these two charges. If you have any other confusion how we can show this diagram, so you can use the second way, in which you can simply draw the diagram in which you have placed a source charge q at any point O and at distance r, and plus q charge is placed at any point, supposed to be P, supposed to be A, which you want to represent. So here we are calculating the electric field intensity. So before understanding this term we should understand about the electric force. As we know that both charges are positive in nature, so the direction of electric force is in outward direction, means repulsive in nature. So similarly here also repulsive in nature, so it will also, you can opt any one diagram, I will opt this one. So here what I will write first, so we can say that let us consider, I will start first language, let us consider a source charge which is our point charge, source charge plus q is placed at any point O and at distance r, at distance small r, another charge, another test charge, the name is test charge, plus q naught is placed. Therefore as we know that these two charges are placed at some distance, so some electrostatic force will be applicable in between them. So therefore electrostatic force on charge which is our test charge q naught due to plus q charge, due to plus q charge is given by F is equals to 1 over 4 pi epsilon naught q1 q2, the general formula is q1 q2 by r square, but here we can replace easily the q1 value is equal to q, because we have this one as a source charge, so it I consider q1. Similarly the second one which I have considered a test charge, it is equals to q2, so that's why I will replace q1 is equal to q and q2 is equals to q naught, and the distance remains same here. So 1 over 4 pi epsilon naught into q naught by r square. Got it? So this is your electrostatic force which act between the two charges which have some distance between them, means r distance of separation. Now after that we will use here by definition of electric field intensity. What we will do here, by the definition of electric field intensity is equals to F over Q naught, because here we know that the electric field intensity at any point is the ratio of the electrostatic force at that point to the charge for which we are using the electrostatic force, or you can say that the force per unit charge, the force acting at certain distance by the source charge, okay, is at per unit charge is called electric field intensity. You can express the definition in different way. So this one is this one formula will come by the definition of electric field intensity. As you know that electric force per unit charge is called electric field intensity. So after that what you will do, you will substitute this value in this equation and you will get the formula of electric field intensity 1 over 4 pi epsilon naught q naught over r square over q naught, so that you can easily get the value of this one, electric field intensity. Now if we want to show the direction of electric field intensity, means that if we want to write the electric field intensity in vector form, as we know that the electric field is a vector quantity, so that time we will use here the direction electric field 1 over 4 pi epsilon naught q by r square, and as we know that r is the distance, and where it will be the direction of electric field, it will from O to P, and similarly we can show here from the origin to any point A. If you want to write this one P, you can show same. So the direction, for the direction I will use r cap, unit vector. Got it? So this is our vector form of this electric field intensity at any point P. Now from this derivation we know that after that this part is a constant part, okay, and this charge remain also constant because here it is fixed, or you can say source charge, it will not vary with respect to time, it is fixed. So we will get here this electric field is directly proportional, inversely proportional to r, or you can say that directly proportional to 1 over r. Basic for condition is that it is read as inversely proportional. So it is inversely proportional to r square, not r. Okay. So this is our electric field intensity relation with respect to the distance relation. If you want to represent the curve of electric field intensity here in term of distance, you will get this type of curve like this, in which we will represent the inverse relation between E and R. Got it, student? So this one is the derivation in which we have seen how we will calculate the electric field intensity at any point due to a point charge. So after that we will discuss here the electric field intensity on a point charge due to the system of charges. So for that, pause the video and note down. Now in second derivation, in which we will discuss here the electric field intensity, intensity due to a system of charges. So in this derivation, student, what we have here, we will calculate the electric field intensity on any test positive charge due to the system of charges. So for this condition, I will consider here we have many charges like this. Suppose this charges are Q1 charge, Q2 charge, Q3, Q4, Q5. Then similarly we can assume as general term Qn. And here the all charges are, I am considering positive in nature, so that we can easily, this is our distance. Similarly, first I am drawing the diagram, you can see here. These are the location of n charges, and here if I want to see the direction, so it will be shown by one dark line. You can extend the lines from each one, this one, and here if we put this charge little bit in different position, so we can easily show the force due to this charge. Okay, so here I have many more charges, so we can write the force of charge. Here listen carefully, student. Here at this point I have placed a test positive charge Q0. So I am first starting the statement, after that I will complete the diagram. Let us consider a system of n charges like Q1, Q2, Q3 dot 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 Qn, or you can say n positive charges such as, got it? And plus Q0 be the test positive charge, positive charge placed at, let us suppose that this point is RO, at O. The distances of the test charge we can add this language in short way, placed at O, having distance, we can add one thing, having distances R1, R2, R3 dot 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 Rn from the system of charges. Means that from Q1 it is at R1 distance, from Q2 it is at R2 distance, from Q3 it is at R3 distance. So that's why I have written the things here in this way. So after that, let us complete the diagram. As we know that Q1 is the charge and Q0 be our test charge. So Q1 is a positive and Q0 will also positive here. So that time the force will be supposed to be F1, which is repulsive in nature. Similarly, this force is F2. Similarly, this one is our F3. This one is our F4. This one F5. and similarly you want to extend the force supposed to be Fn. And if we thought about the direction, so it is our R1, R2, R3, R4, R5, Rn. And if we want to show the vector form, if we are thinking this system of charge is placed in a certain plane, xy plane or Cartesian plane, so that time if we want to show this position as a vector form, so you can show that R1, R2, R3, Rn vector. And similarly, if we will show the unit vector with respect to the all individual vectors, then we will use here R1 cap for this R1, R2 cap for this R2, R3 cap for this R3, R4 cap for this one, R5 cap for this one, Rn cap for this one. Got it? So this is our unit vector. Why we are using this? Because if we want to represent our electric field formula in the term of vector form, as we know that electric field intensity is a vector quantity, so that time we will use this cap unit vector to represent the direction. Got it? So here we can start our statement first. So the force, therefore we can say here the electrostatic force, on Q naught due to Q1. So the force will be F1, which is equals to 1 over 4 pi epsilon naught Q1 Q naught by R, what it will be, 1 square or 2 square, so it will be R1 square. Got it, student? Now after that, therefore the electric field intensity due to plus Q1 charge at point O. So it will be E1 is equals to F1 over Q naught from the definition of electric field intensity. So you will get here it is equals to 1 over 4 pi epsilon naught Q1 Q naught over R1 square upon Q naught. Clear? So it will be 1 over 4 pi epsilon naught Q1 by R1 square. So this is the formula for the electric field intensity at any point clear. So this formula is called our magnitude of electric field intensity at any point due to plus Q1 charge. Got it? So this work is only for the single charge Q1. Now similarly, what we will do here, we will do the same kind of work for writing the electric field intensity for the other remaining charge in n charge system. So I will write one by one about the charge Q1, Q2, Q3 and so on. So for that, pause the video and note down. So student, let's start the new topic of this derivation, in which we will calculate here the electric field intensity due to the charge Q2. Similarly, we can start, the electric field intensity, okay, due to Q2, Q3, Q4 dot 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 Qn charges. What it will be? Let's see here. See, electric field intensity, as we have in previous page, our derivation E1 is equals to 1 over 4 pi epsilon naught Q1 by R1 square in vector, in scalar form, means magnitude form. After that we will write vector form also. So here if you want to see about the vector form, you will use here R1 cap unit vector to represent this electric field in vector form. Similarly, E2 will be 1 over 4 pi epsilon naught Q2 by R2 square. If we want to write this one in vector form, so it will be 1 over 4 pi epsilon naught Q2 over R2 square into R2 cap. Similarly, E3 is equals to 1 over 4 pi epsilon naught Q3 by R3 square, and this is the vector form of E3, which is equal to the magnitude of electric field intensity with the unit vector R3 square. Got it? Similarly, E4, it is equals to 1 over 4 pi epsilon naught Q4 over R4 square, means their vector form will be 1 over 4 pi epsilon naught Q4, and here we will put Q3 student, Q4 over R4 square into R4 cap. Got it? So this is the work which we will do. Now we will use here superposition principle to calculate the total electric field intensity at point O. Therefore, by using superposition principle, total electric field or net electric field, total electric field intensity, okay, at O due to the system of charges. What it will be is equals to E1 vector, E2 vector, E3 vector dot 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 En vector, if we are writing in vector form. And listen one thing, as I have written here E2 in this way, you can write E1 also. In previous page you can write E1 in this way also, 1 over 4 pi epsilon naught Q1 by R1 square, and their vector form is equal to 1 over 4 pi epsilon naught Q1 by R1 square with R1 cap. This is your first equation. This is, you can consider second, then third, then fourth. Similarly, if we want to write this formula for nth charge, which is here Qn, so we can write it here. You can add one thing, En, for n charge. You can add one thing here for n charge, for nth charge, En is equal to 1 over 4 pi epsilon naught Qn by Rn square, or in vector form En vector is equals to 1 over 4 pi epsilon naught Qn over Rn square with Rn cap unit vector. So this is your nth equation, because after that supposed to be this is our nth equation, equation number n. Now what we will do, we will substitute all the values here from the above calculation, So therefore the electric field is equals to 1 over 4 pi epsilon naught. See, 1 over 4 pi epsilon naught is common for all. Got it, student? So you can take as a common. After that, Q2, R2, R2, Q3, R3, R3, Q4, R4, R4. In every term, these values are changeable, means these are the variable terms in this derivation. So I will use a summation sign, and in summation sign I am taking, as I am taking n 1, 2, 3, 4 up to n. So I will use I is equals to from 1 to n. Then after we will use here Qi over Ri square with Ri cap, and here the value of I is from 1 to n. Got it? So this is our general form of the electric field intensity for the system of n charges. This is called general form of electric field intensity due to the system of charges, or you can say this is the electric field intensity due to a system of charges. Point clear? And remaining the other things, what is their SI unit, Newton per Coulomb, and dimension formula, and is it a vector or a scalar, the all things we know. So I am not writing the all things here. So after this derivation, I will give you one numerical to solve the numerical problem based on the electric field intensity. So till that time, pause the video and note down the written topic. Now student, you can see I have written 4 questions, 4 numericals based on the previous topics, and we will solve one by one. First, I am solving first question, which is here in front of you. First read the question. So we have given here a charge Q is placed at the center of line joining two charges Q and Q. This is our comma. Okay, so we have two charges, Q coulomb of charge, Q coulomb of charge, and he said a charge Q is placed at the center of the line joining it. So here we can consider the distance between them is supposed to be 2x. It is easy for us for the calculation, or you can opt this distance as x only if you want to show. So x is the distance, or you want to show it by a also. Okay, so I am considering here a. So we have 2 points A and B in which two equal charge Q is placed, and he said about the question, the system of 3 charges will be in equilibrium if plus Q charge, if this charge Q, sign is not given here, Q charge is equal to, means here the third charge small q is placed between the line, this supposed to be, this is the midpoint according to the question, and what will be the value of third charge here, which when I will place at the midpoint of the line joining, so that the system will be in equilibrium. So here this is the midpoint, so I am considering the distance a by 2 here and a by 2 from here also. So here we have Q1 which is equals to Q, Q2 which is equals to small q, and Q3 is equals to capital Q, and the distance here AC which is equals to a by 2 and AB which is equals to small a, AC is equals to BC is equals to AB over 2. That's why it is equal to, from the diagram we can see, BC is equals to AB by 2 is equals to A upon 2. Clear? The distance here I consider in centimeter and these charge in coulomb. If you want to write this distance in meter, you can use. Otherwise, in this question, without writing the SI unit, we can easily calculate the value here. So no need to write, because this is point to point or symbolic question. So since the system, it is given here, the system is in equilibrium, it means that the force between AB means the charge which are placed at A and B, and the force either between A to C or B to C, means I am writing here AC, means force between plus Q and force between plus Q and minus Q will be 0 here. If you want to write vector form, you can use. And after that, in magnitude also, you can see the value here is equal to 0. So it means that we will get the value FAB is equals to FAC with negative sign if it will go that side. So here FAB means that 1 over 4 pi epsilon naught, AB means Q into Q over R square means A square, and here negative 1 over 4 pi epsilon naught Q into small q over this distance is A by 2, means here what we will do, if he said system is in equilibrium, it means that the force between them, these two and these two, total force of the system will be 0. So here, that's why I am writing the all things. This value will cancel out, this large q cancel out. The remaining thing I will cancel later on. Q upon A square from this side is equal to negative of small q upon A square by 4. 4 will come out in numerator. So this one A square cancel out. So here minus 4q is equal to capital Q. It implies small q is equals to capital Q by 4 with negative sign. And this is our second option. Clear? So if we have two same charges, plates in a straight line or in a line, and we will put the third charge Q at the midpoint of this line joining, so that the system is in equilibrium, that time the value of the third charge will be negative of Q by 4. Remember this point. This question can come in different mode. The other mode of this question will be such that show or prove that if the three charges Q, capital Q, small q and capital Q are in straight line such that Q is in midpoint of the line joining A and B, and the system is in equilibrium if the charge of Q is equals to negative Q by 4. This is the way of questioning in examination. So this is the one way, and other way is that prove that the system is in equilibrium if we have these charge, if the third charge Q is equals to negative Q by 4. That time you will do the all things. Okay. So after that, the second question which is in front of you, I will solve. So before that, pause the video and note down. Now I am erasing this question and I will continue the second one. See, so here we have second, an oil drop of answer second question, answer 2. You can note down the question in your fair notebook also. So in this we have an oil drop of 12 excess of electrons. So we have number of electrons 12. Okay, and we know that the charge on one electron 1.6 10 raised to the power minus 19 coulomb. So wait for some time. Now the electricity came. Okay, so see here, N is equals to this, E is equals to this, and after that he said held in stationary under the constant electric field. See, this is our oil drop, and its weight W is equals to mg, means the force which is acting vertically downward is equal to its weight is equal to mg, and it is held stationary according to the question due to the electric field E. Okay, constant electric field E of 2.25 into 10 raised to the power minus 4 Newton per Coulomb in milkman's oil experiment. Okay, the density of the oil is 1 point. Density means if you want to show D you can, otherwise you can show by rho symbol also. So here density is equals to 1.26 gram per centimeter cube. We can change it by kilogram per centimeter also, meter also. So 1.26 into 1 gram is equal to 10 raised to the power minus 3 kilogram, and 1 centimeter cube is equals to 10 raised to the power minus 1 centimeter is equals to 10 raised to the power minus 2. So centimeter cube minus 6. So it means 1.26 into 10 raised to the power 3 kilogram per meter cube. Okay, so this will be the solution of this. After that you can check this solution, gram 1 centimeter cube. Bio student, please see this, 1 gram is equal to 10 raised to the power, because 1 kilogram is equals to 1000 gram. So that's why 1 gram is equal to 1 upon 1000 kilogram, means 10 raised to the power minus 3 kilogram. And we know that 1 meter is equals to 100 centimeter, means 10 raised to the power 2 centimeter. It means that 1 centimeter is equal to 1 by 10 raised to the power 2 meter, means 10 raised to the power minus 2 meter. So that's why I am writing here 10 raised to the power minus 2. 1 centimeter is equals to 10 raised to the power minus 2 meter, and their cube is also here. So that's why I have written here this value. So after that 10 raised to the power minus 3 over 3 to just 6 with negative sign, this will come in numerator 10 raised to the power minus 3, 10 raised to the power 6. It will give you the value 10 raised to the power 3, and in kilogram per meter cube. That's why I have written this value here. Clear? So see here, D is equal to this one. After that he said density of this, estimate the radius of the drop. Estimate, let the radius of drop, because drop is spherical in shape. So let the radius of drop is small r, which is here question mark. So therefore according to problem I am writing directly the solution here. The weight of the ball, means that the force which is acting vertically downward direction is balanced by the electric field, stationary electric field having some value 2.25 10 raised to the power minus 4 on this oil drop. So we can say that here, since weight of the oil drop is balanced by the force due to electric field, means F is equals to QE force due to this electric field. This force which is in vertically upward direction will balance the oil drop here. So we can say F is equals to, therefore we can write here direct, F is equals to QE, and this force is balancing the weight of the oil drop. So it is equals to mg. Now in next line I am writing mg is equals to q into E, and this mass, I am erasing this part, and this mass I will write in term of density, in term of volume. So see here, mass is equals to volume into density. So student, see here the volume, because the ball is spherical, means oil drop is a spherical in nature. You can add one thing, note, oil drop is spherical in nature. So it will be 4 by 3 pi r cube, and the density is d. So this is equal to the mass of the oil drop. So in next line, I am writing volume 4 by 3 pi r cube into its density. First I am writing into this is equal to this into this. Got it? Now I am substituting each values from the question. So I am erasing the topmost part. See here, this part I am erasing. Now see the solution of this question. First let me check the bottom is clear or not. Okay, clear. Okay, so see here student, after that see 4 by 3 pi 3.14 into r cube, we do not know because here we will calculate r cube, into density I have here 1.26 10 raised to the power 3 into gravity 9.8 is equals to q. Here I will substitute the value of q, which is equals to n into e. Listen carefully, because here we have number of electrons in the oil drop and the charge in one electron I will know. So I will use this relation. So I am writing here the complete value, which is equals to, I am writing here directly, yq is equals to ne. I will write here n into e into capital E. So number of electron I have from the question 12, and charge in one electron 1.6 10 raised to the power minus 19, and the electric field 2.25 into 10 raised to the power minus 4, and we will solve the all things here. Let's see what come. So from this calculation, if I will substitute here 22 by 7, see something will cancel out. 7, 7 1 ja 7, 5 carry 56, 7 8 ja 56, and I will write this decimal here. Okay, so 3 remaining all things here, 3 1 ja 3.06. So this is the cancellation of this side, LHS side, and after that see here 4 1 ja 4, 4 3 ja 12, and any other cancellation is here. Yes, we can see 3 1 ja 3.02 because it is in denominator part. So after that this 0.01 will cancel out this 1.8, and after that we have 2 point value. This 2 point value will cancel out from this side because equal sign is in between them. So we have the solution. I am erasing the upper part here. Let me check, otherwise you can solve their solution by your own by using rough copy, pen or calculator also. So here from this side, which part is left? 22 into r cube is left, otherwise 22 can be cancelled out. Let me cancel in next step. 22 into r cube. After this 1 cancel out. 10 raised to the power 3 into 9.8 is equals to, this one cancel out, 0.8, 225, 0.8 into 10 raised to the power minus 9 into 225 into 10 raised to the power minus 4. Okay, so do it first. Okay, all things are visible. So here what you will do at last, so we will solve 225 8 ja, let me check, 225 8 ja, 1800, this and this product is 1800, one decimal is here, so it will in this side, so it will give us 180 into 10 raised to the power 23, and from this side 9.8, I will cancel the things, from this side 2 11 ja, in this side 22 r cube into 10 raised to the power 3 into 9.8, got it. So 2 11 ja, 2 90 ja, so it is equals to 11 r cube into 9.8 is equals to 90 into 10 raised to the power 23, and 10 raised to the power 3, this side 10 raised to the power 3 will go down, 10 raised to the power 3, and it is in upside 11 r cube into 9.8 is equal to 90 into 10 raised to the power 26. After that 11 r cube is equals to 90 10 raised to the power 26 over 9.8. Now I will solve this part, r cube 90 10 raised to the power 26 over 11 into 9.8. I will write the things here also, into 11 by cancel out. Now I will divide the things here, this decimal cancel out, 10 raised to the power 1, 90 over 98 into 11, 10 raised to the power 25 is equals to r cube. Now I will solve this value, solve it first. So here this is our r cube. Now r is equals to 834.8 into 10 raised to the power 21 raised to the power 1 by 3. So now we will find out the cube root of this. So let me check the cube root. So student, the calculation is large for this condition. So here after finding the cube root of this value, the answer is near about 9.41, and the remaining 10 raised to the power minus 21, because here minus 26 plus 1 minus 25 minus 25, this one it will give us this value. So this is our value of radius. So on the basis of this type of calculation we will get the radius of oil drop, got it. So from this side, if you have any confusion, you are not able to find out the solution, you can leave your question in this calculation, where r is equal to 834.8 into 10 raised to the power 21 raised to the power 1 by 3. So that after the value, after getting the value by finding the cube root, the near about value is this. Okay. So later on we will solve the next question, in which we will see what we have given. So for that, pause the video and note down. Now I am erasing the question. In this question the calculation is very large, so you can use calculator at your home. Okay, after that we will see the next one, third question, and this fourth question is homework for you because the time is very large in this video, so I am writing here only for third question. In the given figure, 2 point positive charges we have here, Q2 and Q3 are fixed, Q3 and Q2 are fixed. Okay, so after that he said along the y-axis exerted a net electric force in plus x direction on the charge Q1. Okay, so let me see how the charge is along Q1, because from first diagram you can see we have two charges, Q2 and Q3, and this diagram is incompleted, so this charge is negative, it is positive here, it is also positive, it is negative. So see, this charges are negative charge, and we know that negative positive attraction, and the two forces means due to this Q2 charge and Q3 charge, let us suppose this force is F2 by this Q2 charge on the charge Q1, negative Q1, and this is our F3 which is due to charge Q3 on charge Q1, act toward it, it is our attraction force, so the resultant of it is toward the positive x direction. Got it? So this one. In second he said, if another positive charge plus q is placed, if a positive charge plus q is added at x comma 0, if I will substitute the next one plus q charge at the location x comma 0 in positive x direction. Okay, so what happened in this condition? See here, before this condition the force is attractive, means that this q1 charge will move toward the positive x direction, means from left to right, but if we put another charge plus q charge here, it will also attract this negative q1 charge, because this is our negative, this is our positive. So attraction means the motion or movement toward the positive x direction will increase here. So we will put our option, he said the force on q1 shall increase along the positive x axis, shall decrease along the positive x axis, shall point along the negative axis, shall increase but the direction changes because of the intersection of q with q2 and q3. So think about it, what are the feasible or accurate condition out of these four, so that you can easily get the answer. I will give you 1 minute time. So what will be the answer, students? Tell me the answer of this. What will be the answer? Okay, so the answer is first, because it is our positive charge, it is our negative charge, as it is moving toward the positive x direction in the absence of this. If I will put one more positive charge here, so it will attract this charge along the charge q2 and q3, means that after this will also responsible for the attraction. We can say that it increase the force acting on the negative q charge and it will move with increased speed toward the positive x direction, means option A is correct option. Got it? Now fourth question is your homework question. You can solve this question at your home, and in next video I will start my lecture from this question. Okay, so this question is important. You can solve this question in short way also, or if some digits I will change here, so this question will be lengthy, 3 mark question for your examination, for which you will get the value of net charge acting on 1 microcoulomb of charge placed at the center of a square having their side 10 centimeter, and any other dimensions can become. So okay class, thank you very much for watching this video. Hope you will understand all the topics which I have discussed in this video. Because of numerical, this video is very lengthy, so see this video by taking a break. Don't watch this video continuously, otherwise you will feel a burden, your eyes will pain. So watch this video in step by step. Okay, so thank you for watching this video. Thank you and very much.